Hi, I'm Mike Sedloff. Welcome to the paradise, or maybe I should say, welcome to the paradise, the lies we tell. That's the name of my novel. My novel is about two strangers who meet the front counter of a diner in downtown LA, not far from the Midnight Mission, a place very much a part of Skid Row. One is a Vietnam veteran who has struggled his whole life with addiction. The other, a formerly successful business person who was caught in a stream of lies because he's made a bad investment in real estate and he's unable to tell his wife that they now are about to suffer financial ruin. It's a great story. It's a psychological novel. It's a psychological adventure. I think it's something that you would enjoy. But wait, the story is more than just a story. It's something that you and I experience every day. These characters are real, according to one of my reviewers. By the way, I've attached a review to this particular video. During a month of daily breakfasts, these two men begin their adventure disguised, acting as someone or someones who they are not, fraudulently misrepresenting themselves to the other. First, silent, looking the part of successful business people and a psychologist. And then after that, going ahead and learning about each other and hacking away each other's lies until eventually they learn enough from each other that they know how to help each other. And they do. And when they help each other, there's some unexpected results. Their emotions come alive through vivid descriptions. I've tried to make them real. I think I've succeeded. You'll be the one to tell me. I want to hear from you. You may wonder, what does this story have to do with you, with your life? Well, let me just say that there are 582,000, over 500,000, nearly 0.6 people in the United States that are homeless. In California, if you live there, there are 172,000, a number growing every day. I know this problem is something that you've observed in one way or another. These people are probably living in your communities if you're living in some of the larger cities of California. It's a problem that we all try and avoid. And in some cases, we talk about with our friends, but we do very little about it. But this is a novel. It's a fiction. Its purpose is not to motivate you to become a homeless, action-oriented person. If you do, that's wonderful. Its purpose is to give you some enjoyment, give you an opportunity to learn a little bit more about a problem that I only became knowledgeable about when I started writing the story. 67,000 of our U.S. veterans, U.S. homeless, are veterans. It's a very large number. These are people who fought for our safety and security here and overseas. Half of those are Vietnam veterans. The rest are veterans from other wars. Unfortunately, we fought many wars in this country. Many of them suffer with mental health and substance abuse problems. That's probably why they're homeless. Most of them, according to studies, are too embarrassed or ashamed to seek primary health care. So their lives tend to go downhill. Our story is about one of those men. I assume if you're listening, you're not homeless or addicted. I mean, why read the paragraph? Why read the paradise? Well, studies have shown that actually 14% of the US population, 14% of us, are functional drug addicts. 20% of us, and many of those who are drug addicts, are also functional alcoholics. People who go to work every day, have a family, or at least have a middle-class life that they enjoy, who drink too much, who are affected by addictions that they either don't admit or that others don't tell them about because they fear losing them, or that simply nobody cares about. I assume that you're not one of those people. It doesn't really matter to me if you are or you aren't. But I will say this: every one of us knows someone who is affected by some form of addiction. At the very least, someone who does more lying than they should. In fact, another study indicates that they did a study, the three universities did a study on the East Coast of 682 people. And you know what they found? They found that of the 682 people they studied, those people, normal people, told over 11,000 lies in 91 days. They told those lies because that was just the way they communicated. They probably didn't consider the implications of what they were saying. And they actually found in the study that some people can't have a conversation for more than 10 minutes without telling some kind of a lie. Now, we all fib. In fact, what's an interesting outcome of that study is that our partners, many of us have partners in one form or another, and we often hide things from our partners. What do we hide? Well, they found the biggest reason people lie to their partners is about shopping, things they purchase that they hide from their partners. It's about money. Money is a big problem for relationships, probably the biggest source of divorces. And it's something that often affects every relationship that we have, and hopefully doesn't adversely affect it beyond the normal bickering. I would love for you to read The Paradise, The Lies We Tell. As I said, I learned a great deal about addiction, about people who are homeless, about why people lie, about how people lie, about what we withhold from each other. And I learned those things, and I really created a story with some very strong characters. One of my reviewers said my characters are very real, and I think the story is very compelling, and I think you'll have fun with it. I think you'll have fun because there are other characters, supporting characters. There's a waitress who constantly eavesdrops. There's a beleaguered man who lives at the Midnight Mission, who drops into the Paradise Cafe and basically drains their coffee pot into his jumbo 7-Eleven cup and leaves. He changes over the course of the story. There's a wealthy Beverly Hills widow who has breakfast, who's trying to find her roots after her husband of her lifetime has passed on. And there are other memorable characters, too many to mention, who take our story on many twists and turns, which makes it an adventure, makes it a story that you want to read to the end, because one of our two strangers dies, and the other stranger finds a very unexpected future that he had never considered and certainly never expected. Oh, yeah. And there's a wife who tries to figure out why her husband has changed into the man he is today from the man that she knew her entire life. So that's The Paradise, The Lies We Tell. It's on Amazon. I hope you'll read it. I hope you'll enjoy it. Hope you tell your friends about it. And most importantly, I hope you'll tell me about it. Tell me what you liked about it and what you didn't like about it. That's the way I learn. That's very important to me. I'm Mike Sedloff. The book is The Paradise, The Lies We Tell. Looking forward to talking to you again. Bye.